because of that, well, I said, well, that'll pay you rent and leave your place to live, it's gonna work out.
Yeah, okay, and that was, I got the job yesterday? And when did you think I was gonna get a paycheck? When did you think I was gonna get a paycheck? Today? I haven't even worked yet, Darlene. Yeah, okay, and when is 2 weeks from now? Today's the 22nd. Let's add the time frame. What's that gonna be? Okay, 2 weeks from the 22nd, if I start today, when is my paycheck gonna come, Darlene? When? It's not gonna be by the 1st, is it, sweetheart?
I have to have it by the 1st.
You're gonna get it when I get it. I don't have it.
I don't have it by the 1st, you won't be here. I've got to have that money.
And you told me in your text message that if I got my job, that would keep our room. Who do you think you're kidding? What kind of game are you playing with me right now?
I said, well, that'll pay the rent.
That's not what you said. That'll pay your rent.
Got it.
That'll pay your rent and keep a room for you and your son and keep a roof over your head.
The rent.
If I got the job yesterday, Darlene, when am I going to get a paycheck? It's not going to be on the 1st. So if that'll pay your rent and keep a roof over your head, that means the money that I get paid after the 1st, when I get my first paycheck, sweetheart, is going to be after the 1st, and you would get the money after the 1st, and then what?
Well, I can't wait another month without any money coming in.
I didn't say anything about waiting another month, did I?
If you can't pay it on the 1st, I'll have to do it.
That is not what you said in your message, Darlene.
I got it right here.
Yeah, okay, if I start working today and got the job yesterday, let's talk about it again. How long will it take me to get my paycheck, Darlene?
The 30th.
The 30th, if I start till the 22nd, I'm not going to get a paycheck by the 30th. That's only 6 days from now. Do the math. I've done payroll. It doesn't work that way, and you know that, and so do you. Who you kidding? The paycheck wouldn't get here until the first week of February. You know that.
Well,
At least, or the 2nd. And you knew that too. And I told you that, and I was going to start today, and that's what you said. That'll pay your rent and keep a room for you and your son. That is what you said.
well, the run's going up for the 1st. I've already put the ads in.
You thought I was going to walk in here and just start handing you money, sweetheart. I didn't have any, and you knew it before we got here. And I had been taping everything that you said to me. Yeah, okay, and I'm not going to have it by the 1st if my paycheck doesn't come in, and you knew that.
Well, I told you the 1st, though, so that's...
No, that's not what you told me in my message. And you told me that I
got
didn't...
the message right
I know, and you're still ignoring what I'm telling you. If I don't start working till today, sweetheart, my paycheck's not going to come for 1 or 2 weeks. And you knew that, and when I sent you the message and told you I was going to start working, you sent me a message and said that'll pay your rent and keep your room for you and your son for now. That is what you said, knowing that I was not going to get my paycheck for 1 or 2 weeks. That is what you knew.
Well,
There's no way that I could have, Darlene.
I've got to have it on the 1st.
You're going to get it when I get it. I don't have it.
Out. I've got to have it.
I want to talk to the detective.
You know what? I've been down to the police station, sweetie. I know how this works. I've been to eviction court.
I called the police station. I'm not evicted. There's no paperwork.
Yeah, there is. You made a deal with me, sweetie.
There's no paperwork.
Oh, yeah, you'll have to file an eviction in civil court. And if the police come here and you try to throw me out, they're going to say, ma'am, it's a civil matter. You can't throw her out until you file an eviction. I know because I've been through it before. Who are you kidding? We'll be here if you try to do it that way. And don't worry, I videotaped everything that just happened here too. Good. No, it doesn't. I've taped everything you've said to me. You're lying through your teeth. You're lying through your teeth. Get out of my face. Don't you dare get in my face. You're going to start talking to me that way. Don't tell me to go out, Rain. I'm putting down for my son right now. You walk over towards me and threaten me? I don't think so. Yeah, for Pete's sake. Give me a break. You'll sit here and pull this crap on me and my son. You know better. You know everything that you just said is a lie. Yeah, it is. It damn sure is, and you know it is. I've got you on tape saying the 5th and then the 3rd and these text messages and everything you say. You do not have my permission to be monitoring me and my son.
I can't get out where you got your stuff,
Yeah, you can. It's called driving. You ought to try it. Huh? I don't know what's going on here, darling, but you do not have my permission to surveil me and my son and monitor us. And you've never had that
What are you
consent.
talking about?
Yeah, reporting on me and all the stuff that's what you've been doing here.
I heard
Yeah, you
you. I
have.
was talking to Charles because I got
No,
mad.
I don't know what kind of games you've been playing, but I can tell.
You don't know what you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
do know what I'm
told Charles
talking
to
about.
Come over because
No, you're
I've got
trying.
to have the
No,
vote.
you're trying to run a scam on me, and you think you're gonna put him in my face? You are way face wrong.
Damn, you have
You
nothing.
knew before I came in here I couldn't pay you until I got my job, and it would be
That's
the
the
first.
reason he
You
said
told me
the
the
first.
5th, and then the 3rd, and now you're saying the 30th? Who are you kidding, Darlene?
Midnight the 30th, which would be the
No, yeah, and you know there's no way I'm gonna have that money for my job because I just got hired. You knew that when you sent me that
You have to
message.
do something.
No, what do you want me to do? Go out and spread my legs? You came in my bedroom one day telling me that Charles told us to start prostituting ourselves and looked at me like, Jimmy, what, we want to do this?
And you know damn good well I was joking.
No, you weren't, because you looked at me and you waited for me to answer if I'd do it or not.
I knew you wouldn't do it.
You're damn right I wouldn't, but why were you waiting for me to
I
answer?
wasn't. I was.
No, you weren't, darling. No, that's not something you joke around about, and you don't wait around for somebody to listen and say whether or not they'll do it with you. I don't know what kind of game you're playing with your little cell phone crap that you're doing, like you've done, but whatever it is, you don't have my permission to do it.
Oh, Charles.
No, you're not. You're getting some kind of notifications by your cell phones and stuff is what you're doing.
All I'm doing is getting people that want the room.
You brought me in here and you thought I was going to just pull out buckets of money
No,
for
you
you?
didn't have it. That's the reason I said by the first.
No, that was our deal before we moved in here, that I would pay you by the 5th. We didn't move in here, darling, until the 5th.
It's the 5th. Most people would have paid me.
You knew before I came in here that I didn't have it.
No,
And
you
I
told
told
me
you,
you had a friend.
no, I was at a shelter. If you don't believe me, the conversation I had where I told you that, there was a caseworker standing in front of me. And we were looking at shelters, and I was making appointments to go to shelters. Why would I have been doing that if I was planning on moving here and scamming you? I told you that, and I told you, we're looking for shelters now, Darlene. I'm sorry, my teacher friend didn't work out. He's not going to pay, so we won't be able to move in. And what was your reply? How much can you pay me today? I said,
And I said, you've got until.
and I said $50, and you said, that's fine.
That was all I was asking for a deposit.
Yeah, you said I could pay you $50, and you would say nothing about January. There would be no rent for January, no more money due for January.
You don't put anything else in, and you won't.
And it's because I don't have it, and you knew it before I moved in here, Darlene. Why you keep asking me for it?
The money by the first.
Okay, and what have we already talked about, Darlene? That I just started my job, and there's no way that I'm going to get a paycheck by then. And you told me yesterday in my text message.
You were supposedly get a substitute teaching job and all this kind of stuff.
And I got a job and a substitute teaching job. I told you the truth. I told you that I passed the FBI background check, and then I got hired, and I did, and I worked one day, and that's all they called me. And when I saw that I wasn't getting to work every day, what did I do? I went out and got another job. And then on top of that, I went out and got another job again today. I have 3 jobs now, Darlene.
But that still doesn't help me.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to wait for the money.
No, I